Also in this course, there are 4 other projects to do. Don't let the number intimidate you, and certainly don't let the idea of the projects intimidate you. As we go through them one by one, we will give a little bit of an explanation here, and you'll find that these are spaced through the program, through the course I should say, to allow extra time to be working on them in your downtime from work and that. Remember, you are in school. This is going to take some time, so you want to budget time just like it's a part-time job to complete these. The first of them is the Nursing Theorist presentation. The Nursing Theorist presentation rubric is set up, again, step by step. And what this will let you do is, in week 1, you're going to be going through a nursing theory or model and examining it to see how closely it aligns with your professional practice. And the website is provided for a link there in week 1 as well as on the rubric here. And if you choose another one that's not on this list, all we ask is that you gain approval from your instructor to make sure it's a solid model or theory to be working with. So step by step, you'll be answering the questions that are shown here as part of your presentation. You'll be able to do it as a PowerPoint presentation, and yes, there are instructions for completing that if you've never done one within the course as well. This too is worth a total of 100 points, and addressing each of those areas and meeting the requirements of the rubric will certainly get you as close to that 100 as possible. In addition to that, and I'll get rid of the PS 105 that we have had here, there are 3 other ones. The next one is your Personal Philosophy of Nursing paper. And it's going to have you look at your way you look at nursing, your personal philosophy based upon the new learning that you'll have gained in the course. This actually is not due until about 2/3 of the way through the course there. So you'll be getting new information each week that will help you kind of create a thought in your head as to what your philosophy might be. Plus, working on those IHI models mentioned in the earlier modules, mentioned in the earlier video, you'll have the opportunity to formulate something that's important for you to have as you practice as a nurse. Now, part of that also includes recognizing that Concordia is a Christian university. We're examining callings and vocations as part of that. And there is an article with a link here, and it's also available at the library if the link doesn't work, so that you can read through and get a little bit of a picture there. But your philosophy paper, I won't kid you, is going to be something you don't want to go to the last end. But your paper is going to have 3 parts to it: the introduction, the body of the paper, and a summary and reflection component. And the maximum, including cover page and references, that the paper can be is 7 pages. It can be less. But the rubric, again, is spelled out with the point value for each section. A real trick to the rubric is make sure you follow the rubric step by step. If you include all those components, you certainly are going to pass the project. How well you pass the project depends on how much effort you put into each of those components then. But again, total of 100 points. The next project that comes up then is the Mission, Vision, and Core Values project, which again is another one that I'm encouraging you do take a look at it and do plan your time accordingly. You'll find in several weeks before it's due recommendations to be working on it. You're going to be doing multiple things at one time. That is the nature of an accelerated course, is that you do it at a more rapid rate, so you are multitasking when you're working on these projects. But the Mission, Vision, and Core Values project is a part of the new 2021 Baccalaureate Essentials of Nursing. We've had it in place actually well before this, as we try to be forward thinkers there. But it's a clinical practice project. And what you're going to do is, over the course of several weeks, meet with your coworkers at work. Talk with them about the mission, vision, and core value and see what kind of things are known about it. The instructions are in here as well. Also try to meet with your manager and another manager. Try to get 2 members of the management team in and discuss what their knowledge is and how important it is. But a mission statement and a vision statement are important for any business to be successful. Perhaps you'll find one doesn't exist at your facility. Then you might be looking at, maybe we should be looking at getting that in place. It really identifies who the institution is, what they stand for, and what each person's role is in helping achieve those particular goals. The other part of it then falls into the rubric here. So read through these. It looks a little lengthy. Again, don't let that intimidate you, please. But it's a paper, again, that you're writing on that, and it's giving you step-by-step instructions on what you need to have in there to, at the minimum, pass the paper. And again, what you put into it results in the grade that you receive for that. People generally do very well with these if they put the effort into it. Again, worth a total of 100 points on the project. And then your last project is the professional transition paper. And you might be thinking, professional transition. Well, you are a nurse already. You're an associate degree prepared nurse. And you undoubtedly are a good nurse. The good nurses are the ones that generally seek out additional information and education to inform their practice. So the professional transition paper falls on the last week of the course. It's going to pull everything together that you've learned through this course to help formulate where you started and where you're at after just one course. And my gosh, you've got a lot more courses ahead of you to certainly go beyond that. But again, an introduction, a body of the paper, and a summary conclusion, which includes a reflection piece. Reflection is learning, so that's a very important component of it there. And again, has the rubric, making sure that you establish each of the items in there so that at a minimum, meeting all those things, you should pass the project. And how well you write it again makes the difference on the grade that you receive in the end. Now, it probably sounds like a lot of things to be doing, and yes, it will be busy. It's not just busy work. However, our program is more than a read these 10 chapters and answer these 10 questions type of an approach. We actually help you develop the skills necessary to advance in your career. Some of you might be going into management. Some of you might be informal managers on the unit and still provide the leadership skills that are there. You may want to make changes at work. This is going to give you the tools and the ammunition to help do that. Through all these projects, please remember, you're going to need to learn to do more than just a plain old Google search. You're going to need to use resources from the library that are scholarly resources, that are professional resources in order to answer this information. Blogs and magazine articles and newspaper articles just won't cut it. We're proud of the fact that our graduates are well prepared if they want to go on to graduate school. We've had comments from graduate schools that it seems our students are a little more ahead of the game than some, and that's something that we're proud of at Concordia University. So an endeavor that will take some work to go through it there. You will be able to do that, though. We have it laid out to make you successful on our end. All you got to do is put the effort in now to be successful on your end. And remember, your instructors are there for you. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you've got a life event that pops up that says, hey, I need a little extra time to complete that, we're there for you. Thanks a lot.